This is a rant about the state of affairs of Canada and about hope. You certainly aren't going to be seeing it on the CBC, so please donate and subscribe. In 2015, Canadians abandoned solid, sensible government for Mr. Trudeau. Young, inexperienced, high flyer, and he is promising a lot of money. Here we are, 9 years later. Every Canadian walking down the street notices a difference, and it's not a difference for the good. And I've enumerated those things on this station many, many times. You know, kids lying in the street, drugs, bail, people out on bail all the time, repeat offenders, expensive groceries, expensive gas, things promised by Mr. Trudeau and not getting done. And everybody, it's a smorgasbord out there. Everybody knows something that this government has failed on. The ministers are not very competent. The prime minister is not really the prime minister. He goes to photo shoots, and as Katie Telfer, his friend, picked out of the former Ontario government, who was working for other people who want to be premier, she runs it. She's run Ottawa for a number of years. We don't have representative government. We have government by appointees. So my point is that there is hope, though. You see what's happening in the States. It's not just about Trump. I've spoken about that before. But Walmart, they abandoned DEI, diversity, equality, inclusion, because it was anything but. It was very cool a few years ago to have that, but it didn't have the results people wanted. Instead, you have poor service. You have people losing opportunities. ESG, environmental social governance. Lawyers have been having a field day saying, oh, the companies are going to have to abide by this. It's their social responsibility. Now, not so much, because it doesn't work with companies either. And with the environmental, zero base, that's going to be abandoned as well, because people are starting to smarten up and realize this has all been, for some people, a pipe dream, for other people, a nightmare. For Canadians, our economy has gone down the toilet. People are unemployed, and we don't have to be. We should be the richest country in the world. We have the energy, we have the land, we have the resources, we have the people. We had the culture, a Christian Judeo culture, hard work, enterprising, open, free. Now we have foreigners in our streets screaming, death to the Jews. So we have a lot of problems that we have to resolve. The good thing is, we have Mr. Trudeau for less than a year more. And some people say, well, how can you support Poilievre? It's a democracy. He has very, very good people who are going to be in his cabinet. I know some of them. And you give the other guy a chance when the first one has been doing so poorly. So really, at this time of year, this is a rant of hope. We're in bad shape, but we are going to be in better shape. And as for liberalism, we voted in 2015 for a liberal government. We haven't had a liberal government. This is a progressive Trudeau cult government. But liberalism was created years ago, centuries ago, to give people freedom from the monarchy so that they didn't have to do exactly what the king and queen told them to do. Parliamentary representation. The new liberalism, I predict, is going to be freedom from bureaucracy, from those hundreds of thousands of people that have been hired to snoop into everything you're doing. That is what we are going to be fighting for the future of this show, because people need freedom without that federal government pouncing down on them. It's going to get better. Trust me. To those of you who have subscribed and donated, a heartfelt thank you. You're keeping us on the air. If you're watching and you haven't, please try to do so, because 4 years ago we started this show because there needed to be independent analysis. Now more than ever, with the Online Harms Act, once that gets into law, it's been passed once by the House, there are going to be hundreds of bureaucrats censoring the news in Canada, censoring this show. We need to keep it on the air. Thanks for your support.